Hey, it's the coordinate plane, 6u3.c5.l7. Take it away, me. Okay, world's fastest video today. So, because this is stuff we've already been doing. Looking at this, make sure your ownership corner gets filled out. Put your name in there, put the date in there, that's important. In the main topic, you're putting this. It's important to understand what you're talking about. Don't just gloss over those details. Details matter. Here's today's essential question. How do I graph points in all 4 quadrants? Something that we have practiced already, but we just want to be completely clear about with this video. I'm so teeny. Okay. In your notes, let's start with this. Scroll down a little bit so you have some space. And about halfway through that notes section on your first page, let's get a horizontal number line. And on that horizontal number line, let's just put 4 dots or 4 hash marks, hashies, hash browns, on either side. So if I put here 0, then I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, let's add a definition for this. So we're talking about the coordinate planes, which is some pieces that we're going to put together. So we have a horizontal number line. That horizontal number line will be our x-axis. That's what that is. That's the x-axis. Okay? And over in the corner of my room, I've got a coordinate plane up in the on the wall. But that's our x-axis. To make a coordinate plane, you know that it takes a vertical and a horizontal. So let's draw in our vertical. And draw that vertical right through 0. Let's put 4 hashes on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And going up, we know from our integers is positive. And going down, we know from our integers is negative. -1, -2, -3, -4. There. Now that's our y-axis. So now we have an x-axis. And now we have a y-axis. And the point at which they cross is, make a little note of this, 0, 0. We've gone neither left nor right. We've gone neither up nor down. And how we plot all these points is we keep some uniformity in the actual coordinate so that we know every time we plot something, the x is always on the left and the y is on the right. And this is something we'll talk about in the next slide. X is always on the left, y is on the right. Now you'll notice the coordinate plane is divided into 4 sections. And we're going to call those quadrants, okay? And those quadrants, they're numbered in a weird way. And there's no way I can kind of tell you to remember this. This is one of those things like 8 times 7 is 56. You just have to memorize it. So starting in the top left, this is quadrant 1, and we write it with a Roman numeral 1. Then going to the top right. No, that's the top right. Top right, top left. I got to check my shoes to see which one has the L and the R. This one is quadrant 2. This one then is quadrant 3. This one is quadrant 4. Okay, no rhyme or reason. I literally did the research on this. Somebody made a choice sometime and said, this is what we're going to do. And everybody said, fine, we'll do it. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Quadrant 1's the one you've always worked, and you did that work in 5th grade there. And then it just counts counterclockwise. And you did clockwork in, I don't know, 1st grade, in kindergarten. So that's our coordinate plane and how we label it. Then turn to the next side, so on your next page of notes, let's get this on here and let's label it. We've got a vertical line, a horizontal line. The horizontal line is what? It's one of the axes. Label that. This is one of the axes. Label this. Then over here we've got Q what? Q what? Q what? And Q what? Label all 4 quadrants. And then all we're going to do is plot -2, 4. And what we know from the last slide is that this is the X and this is the Y. I have no idea why I threw away a good red for a bad red. But let's get a blue. And the phrase that I gave you early in the year was, and this is a great note to have, First we walk to the elevator. Elevator. And then we ride the elevator. Elevator, I am your father. So we have -2. So let's walk to the elevator. We know when we walk to the elevator, we're in the lobby there, so we're walking this way. And elevators go up and down. So let's walk to the elevator. We're going to go -2. So 1, 2, and there's -2. But we don't put our dot there. Bad move, Dad. As my kids would say. Yoink, yoink. We go to -2, 1, 2, and then +4. So we're riding the elevator up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts our point right there. And we label it just like this, -2, 4. Capiche? Here's your target. And this is metacognitive now, so we're going to try something that's a little challenging. One of the things that we're going to work on is distance from point to point. So here's 2 points on a coordinate plane. How far is that point, -2, 5, from that point, -2, 9? See if, I'm going to do this. This is my figuring out phase. See if you can figure out how far this point is from this point without even graphing it, just looking at the 2. How many bunny hops is that? Let me erase that question mark so you can see that a little better. And that's the parentheses. -2, 5 to -2, 9. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask little me. You can ask Ms. Benoit. You can ask Mr. King, Mr. McKenzie. You can ask anybody in the math department. You might be able to ask somebody outside the math department too. They may know. All right, good luck.